mistakes people make in English language, and students make this mistake. Professionals make this mistake. So it is not a big deal when we make this mistake, but it is a big deal when we continue to make it, subconsciously and all of that. And that's why we want to make deliberate effort to correct this once and for all, and to always bring it to our consciousness how to use all of this correctly in sentences and even in our spoken language. Now, what we want to discuss, the topic today is who versus whom versus whose. Who versus whom versus whose. Now, how do we use each of these correctly in sentences? When we are speaking, when we are writing, how do we use each of these? Even when we see questions pertaining to this in examinations, how do we answer them correctly? How do we answer them correctly? Now, let's take it one after the other. We have who, WHO. What is who? All of this, to start with, all of these are pronouns. All of these are pronouns. Yeah, the class of word to which all of these belong is pronoun. And we know that pronoun is used instead of a noun to describe a thing or a person. Now, what is who, and how do we use who correctly in sentences? Who is a subject pronoun. Who is a subject pronoun. Now, this comes from the normal understanding of what a subject is in a sentence. Now, a subject is the person who performs an action in a sentence. It could be a thing, but in most cases, it is a person who performs an action in a sentence. Now, that is a subject of a sentence. Now, when we say who is a subject pronoun, it means that we use it most likely when we are talking about somebody who performs an action, or when we are representing a subject in a sentence. Now, let's explain further. Meaning, it is used used in a sentence or clause as a subject. Now, for example, e.g., Harvey kicked the ball. Now, in this example, we have a simple sentence, and the sentence is Harvey kicked the ball. Now, what is the subject, or who is the subject in this sentence? Harvey, because he was the one that performed the action. He kicked the ball. So, and this is a perfect example of what or who a subject is in a sentence. Now, if we say that who is used as a subject pronoun in sentences or clauses, what we are saying in essence is that we use it to represent a subject in a sentence, a subject in a sentence. And most likely, most of the times, we use it in its interrogative form, when we are asking questions. For instance, somebody may ask, who is coming for the dinner tonight? Who is coming for the dinner tonight? And let's have another example. Let's have another example. Who are you? Who are you? So this is a perfect example of where we can use who in sentences. Um, Most of the time we use it to ask questions. We use it in its interrogative form. Who is coming for the dinner tonight? Who are you? Who are you? So this is a perfect example, or these are perfect examples where we can use who. Now, if we want to get it right, um, in the course of trying to answer any of these questions, who is coming for the dinner tonight? I am coming for the dinner tonight. He is coming for the dinner tonight. So we can see that the pronouns used to answer these questions are used in the subject position. I am coming for the dinner tonight. I am coming for the dinner tonight. He is coming for the dinner tonight. She is coming for the dinner tonight. So that is how we can use who in this is a very straightforward way, and it is something we should not forget, that who is used as a subject pronoun, meaning that it is used in a sentence or clause as a subject, and a subject is someone who performs an action, Now let's talk about who. Okay, before we go to the next pronoun whom, let's talk about one more thing under who. We also use who when we are making use of relative clauses. When we are making use of relative clauses. And what is a relative clause? A relative clause is used to talk more about the subject of a sentence. To talk more about the subject of a sentence. For instance, we can have we can have an example like this. Dogs who usually wag their tails are friendly. Now,